Hey, welcome to the Stephanie Stevens Show, where I help you discover the power of communication and the keys that unlock the doors to freedom in every area of your life. Well, hello, my dear sweet friend. I am so honored to spend time with you today. Thank you so much for listening. And remember, if you would please be so kind to do all of those wonderful things, like share any content that you think might be helpful for somebody that you care about, or maybe even don't care about, but want to care about, or think they need the content. Please share. Also, if you'd be so kind as to rate the podcast, it will help other amazing people just like you find us. So, some interesting things lately. I had a chance to chat with my grandmother yesterday. She lives about an hour and 15 minutes away from me. She is 97 years old. And so I'm going to do a little podcast on the wisdom of the ages and hear a little bit from my grandmother. I did record some of our conversation, and so I cannot wait to share that with you. It is going to be, I think, very enlightening in terms of some perspective of things that people in her generation were taught and were told. And I'm telling you what, I like to call her Classy Carol. Classy Carol is kind of her nickname because she has always maintained her elegance and class. She is 97 years old, and my goodness, has she had some ups and downs. And yes, she has endured tremendous amounts of struggle, including not one but two bouts with cancer, debilitating pain throughout her life, other extraordinary family hardships. And yet here she is, a woman of faith. And so I'm going to share some of that with you. And I'm excited to do that. I don't have it edited and ready quite yet, but some of the takeaways that I'm excited to really get into, tipping over some sacred cows. Okay? So we're going to tip over some sacred cows as it relates to some of the things of the faith. Okay? That's going to be fun. Watch out for that in the next day or two. In the meantime, I just want to come to you today with a quick reminder to take action, because we need to be reminded of this. This reminder of mine to you is born out of conversations I was having with my son. And my son is getting ready to move. He's finishing his lease up here soon. And he really wants, a place of his own. And he's so excited to be searching again for a place to go. And yet, every single time I ask him, how's it coming? How's the apartment hunt coming? He says to me, yeah, I just have to get to blah, 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 fill in the blank. Actually jumping online and taking a look. All right. So it got me thinking, how many times do we do this where action items need to be taken that will enhance our lives and something has us stuck? We are just caught up in it's going to take a certain amount of time to do that thing. Oh, I need to put a little more research in. I need to put a little more time in. Ooh, I should really go drive around and look. You name it. We've got an excuse for it, and that's okay. Sometimes that's born out of us wanting to do something well. Right? We don't want to have it. We want to actually do it well. So rather than getting started on it, even if we can only chunk away a couple of minutes, we'll wait. And we keep waiting and waiting. And then you hear people say things like, oh, yeah, I just need to fill in the blank. Oh, I just have to get to fill in the blank. Oh, I just need to set aside time to ... fill in the blank. So that's where he's at, and I reminded him. And I actually, of course, challenged him. I said, okay, here's what I want you to do the minute you get home. I want you to jump online and find 3 apartments in the areas you want to live. Just find 3. And just write down their phone numbers or take a look at their websites and look at the floor plans, and then you can be done for the night. So, of course, what happens the minute you start rolling that ball forward and get a little bit of momentum behind whatever it is that you're going to do, once you push the ball uphill, it rolls downhill, baby. It rolls. And so it becomes much easier. So my encouragement to you is, what is something that you have found yourself saying, I just need to get to ... I just need to find time to ... that's right. I still have to fill in the blank. Whatever you find yourself saying, and then there's that thing. Or if somebody asks you, hey, how's it coming on the job hunt, the dating app, the house search, the business idea? Hey, did you find a name for your business? Hey, Anything anybody is coming to you asking about and you're embarrassed when they ask because you don't have a proper answer, that's what I'm going to ask you to take action on today. Set a timer for 10 minutes if that's all you've got. Set the timer. Everybody's got 10 minutes. You can find it. You can get up extra 10 minutes early tomorrow morning. You can stay up an extra 10 minutes later tonight. Lock yourself in the closet if you have to for 10 minutes to get away from the kids or the other distractions. But find 10 minutes and start that ball rolling. If you're looking for names for your business, start brainstorming. Just grab a pen and a paper and start jotting whatever comes to your head, as silly, as weird as it is. Just get it down on paper. If it's searching for a new job, set the timer for 10 minutes. What's going to happen is after 10 minutes, because you've opened that door and are starting down that road, you're going to spend more time. You just needed to get going. That's all. You just needed to get the ball rolling in that direction. That one phone call you were just going to make, but I think it's going to take longer than I have right now. It should only take 5 minutes. It'll probably take 15. It doesn't matter. Just make the call. And if nothing else, if you don't have all the time in the world to talk to that individual now, just call them and say, listen, I want to have a deeper conversation about this issue, but I just wanted to call you quick to find out when we both could spend about 30 minutes on this. When's a good time for you, right? But I can't wait till you do this because you're going to feel so good. I guarantee you are going to feel so good that you just started and took some action and got the ball rolling. Because when that ball's rolling, like I said, it gets easier and easier. So start the thing, get the ball rolling, start the idea, make the call, jump online, spend the 10 minutes doing it. And in no time, I can practically guarantee you'll be farther down that road than you thought you'd be. And you will feel so good that you at least started. All right, more amazing things to come this week, my friend. Thank you again for listening. Cannot wait to connect with you on the next episode. Thanks so much for listening to The Stephanie Stevens Show. Please remember to subscribe so we can stay connected and you never miss an episode of the podcast. Oh, and if you haven't left a rating yet, please be sure to do so. It helps incredible people like you find the podcast. We'll see you on the next episode.